Michal, I'm a CEO and founder of Brand Before. The best way to show you guys what I really mean is to show the video from my good friend Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, Justin, what's up?
Not much, Jimmy. Hashtag chillin'. What's up with you?
Just been busy working. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag is it Friday yet?
Hey, check it out. I brought you some cookies. Hashtag homemade. Hashtag oatmeal raisin. Hashtag show me the cookie.
Sweet. Hashtag don't mind if I don't. Pretty good. Hashtag getting my cookie on. Hashtag I'm the real cookie monster. Hashtag no.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Quest?
What's up?
Hashtag shut the up.
Yeah, and it's not really that far off, you know. People really tend to describe everything they see, and we live through analyzing the data that's out there, and sometimes and oftentimes we get to see like the second, bottom of the internet, and lately we did analysis for the MasterCard, and we analyzed the data for the keywords like a credit card, debit card, things like that. And apparently there's so many people putting photos of their brand new credit cards that they just arrived through the post or whatever on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. There's huge amount of people that does that. And there's even a Twitter profile which is called Need a Debit Card, and it's retweeting all the credit card posts on Instagram and Twitter. So the funny part is that there are some of the people who are like blurring their names only on the cards, and they are putting the photos on Facebook where their names are obviously out there.
Let's go try it.
Yeah. So the fun part is, apart from insights, you can leverage this data to generate some cool, campaign. For example, MasterCard could interact with those discussions, could comment those photos like, yeah, it's really great, but we already, what's the English name? Blocked your card, right? We already blocked it because you shouldn't put the details like that online. So we live in the days where people brag about everything, where people talk and post online about everything, and this was like the cornerstone for social media marketing. So this is what we actually do. We have the tool that collects all the data that's out there for specific keywords, all the public data to be honest. So whenever somebody posts on social media, blogosphere, message boards, news sites, whoever talks about your company, product, or competitor, we collect all the data and we analyze it. And we give the access in the form of the web dashboard, mobile application. We are a software as a service company. We are monitoring over 30,000 brands all over the world, customers from over 30 countries. We have little outside funding. We've been bootstrapping this product. So our initial capital within the company, brought by one of my co-founders, was around 150,000 zlotys. Apart from that, we managed to grow from 1 person to 30 people with just money from our customers. So there are bigger companies, not in Poland. In Poland we are a leader, but globally there are bigger companies. But we are trying to revolutionize social media marketing by bringing it to the long tail. So not only for their enterprise level customers, but bringing it to the companies that restaurant owners that also want to monitor what's being said about their company. Yeah. So there are several things you can do with the data, and the boring solutions, the boring appliances are you can get insights, so you can get to know your customers. So what they like about your product, your service, or whatever. You can interact with your customers. This is way better because whenever they are unhappy with your product or there's some problem, you can respond. And I oftentimes say that our tool allows you to prevent crisis, PR crisis, right? And people are asking me, what crisis have you prevented? And I'm like, have you heard about this almond crisis last year? No. Yeah, that was us, right? So yeah, we had a potential PR crisis with Onnit. There was the Champions League game, Manchester United versus Real Madrid, and it was only available on N Sport and Onnit. And the company that provided the codes you have to enter with your short message to actually watch the game, they went down for some reason, and people were not receiving the codes while they were paying for the service. And actually, the Onnit staff found out about it through monitoring. They actually fixed the service right away, and they've interacted with each person that said about their problem. And those were persons that were not sending emails about the problem to the staff@onnit.pl. They were people that were just unhappy about the problem, posting on message boards all over the web, Facebook, Twitter, and they've interacted with each one of them, and they provided the special codes for the rest of the season for the Champions League too, and they prevented the crisis that way. So it was a really cool case. And also, which is really it's appliance that we did not anticipate while creating the tool. But once we started to sell the product, the customers ask us if they can use it not to monitor their own brands or their competitors, but to monitor discussions relevant to their business. So whenever I'm a laptop manufacturer, discussions like what laptop should I choose under $1,000 are really crucial for me. It's good to engage those discussions because they generate sales, and they generate not only one sale if we manage to bring the customer to the one who asks, but those discussions are also available on Google, and they work from the moment you engage onwards almost indefinitely. So. But those are kind of boring appliances. The cool appliances are the following. The first are the marketing stunts, and we did that with one of the major Polish pizza franchise, where we let me just show the video. Right. So we picked up people who are hungry, who said online that are hungry, and we delivered a hot pizza to their door within an hour. And we did this several times. We did that with Rockstar Energy Drink, where we picked up people that are in need of energy. So where they are tired after a squash or whatever, or they're learning some stuff to the exams on their studies, and we brought them energy drinks right to their door. So so there's more and more marketing stunts like that. Airbnb are picking up the discussions where people are unhappy about hotel accommodations, and they started doing that during the Sochi Olympics. So whenever there was like a high-profile person that was unhappy with their hotel accommodations, they were interacting with them. They were like, yeah, you could have used Airbnb to have a really nice accommodation in Sochi. This is it, right? So and it was really cool way to interact with potential influencers. This is like the really latest case, a really cool case for maybe not particularly monitoring, but to engaging funds, engaging people talking about our company, engaging them, and creating a great story for media to tell. So there was a guy who just pooped in the toilet and in the Virgin train, and there was no toilet roll left. He described the. And they responded, which coach, right? Apparently they delivered the proper rolls. They've contacted the train staff, and they delivered this needed product to the gentleman at hand, and it generated huge buzz all over the web. The screenshots from these discussions were available on Facebook, Twitter, media outlets all over the world were talking about this story, and this is an example of a cool way to interact with your customers to generate some media attention, right? So. There's more and more cool appliances like that all over the world. And actually, some of our customers are already starting to use monitoring, not to monitor their own conversations or their own brand mentions, but to sell. And this is an example of Israeli company that's all about producing comfortable bras. They're all about producing, bras that are really comfortable. They might be not. They're not looking great, but they're really comfortable. So whenever there's a lady on Twitter, that feels uncomfortable in her bra, they're engaging those discussions. They're interacting to promote their service, and the ROI from this sort of activity is so high that they put more and more keywords every week. More and more keywords, they're able to pick up discussions about uncomfortable bras, because people are, or ladies are not always talking about uncomfortable bras by using the word uncomfortable, right? So it's really cool appliance, and there's more and more companies who are leveraging, marketing to gain customers. We are a great example of that. So whenever there's someone talking about unhappy with Google Alerts, or asking about good marketing tool, I'm always there to swiftly recommend my own product. So the one of the latest technologies available is image recognition with monitoring. So I know that probably oftentimes you hear or you read about people bragging that they did something first, for the first time in the history, or that no one did that before. I think that in this case, I must say the same thing, but there's a really high probability that we were the first one to do that with the major brand. So we did that with Coca-Cola Poland, and we scanned all Polish Instagram, and we were picking up photos with Coca-Cola logotype on it, even though there were no keywords on the description, comments, or anywhere. No keywords that were pointing us to the Coca-Cola brand. Yet we were able to pick up Coca-Cola products, and Coca-Cola was engaging customers. And imagine the face of of a person who is putting a party photo with a can of Coke somewhere on the back. And imagine their faces where Coca-Cola is engaging them and says, "Thank you for using our product. Here's give us your address, and we'll send you a bundle of Cokes for the next summer," right? So this is really cool technology, and it's still somewhat expensive. So it's not available for the broad customer, but it will get there. Right. So another cool appliance are the tools like SickWeather. So this is a tool that converts all mentions related to disease or to sicknesses, and then converts it to the map of potential, epidemiological map of the world. So whenever you visit a city or a region, you can test what are the actual sicknesses happening in that place. Obviously, it might not work in all of the regions all over the world because people are not using Twitter or Facebook all over the world yet. But for some regions, it's really, really helpful. For parents, it's helpful because once there's a flu outbreak in the city, you might want to keep your kids in the home rather than to put them in the kindergarten. But the coolest thing about the services like that is that it helps companies to optimize their business. And this is a similar service called Kazumil. It's in Japanese, it's see the cold, see the flu, in other words. And apart from showing also the map of sicknesses in Japan, it allowed them to optimize the logistics behind. So they were actually sending more drugs to the cities where they saw that there's more symptoms of a flu or any other sicknesses. And it was built by SSP with Universal McCann agency. SSP is one of the oldest pharmaceutical companies in Japan. So it was really, really case on how you can leverage the data to optimize your business. So the conclusion is that there's more and more money going in this direction to the big data. It is set to surpass, to be almost $17 billion by 2015. And there's also more and more work in this place. The data analysts is it's sick, It's even sick to get a technical stuff that knows their shit when it comes down to the programming, Lately I had to. I just realized that you guys own Nasza Klasa, and I just my company just took the head of IT from Nasza Klasa, which is maybe not the brightest thing to say in this meeting, but I had to pay him more than I earn in the company because the expert in big data are so expensive, and this knowledge is so narrowly spread, so it's really hard to get people like that. That's it. If you have any questions, I'm all yours right now or later.